How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. So Ed Sheeran just released a new song and everyone is freaking out about it. Spotify's been bugging me to listen to the song. It's apparently #1 at the moment, and so I wanted to hop on here and see what this is all about. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Ed Sheeran fan. He's the reason I started playing guitar back in the day, so let's get right into it. Okay, I'm going to try not to react to the video, more on the sound and everything else. Okay, nice little guitar loop.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no.
Wow.
Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control.
Ed Sheeran's voice is very EDM disco style sounding, as in it's very clear, very up top rather than his usual rich tone. So I actually haven't seen Ed Sheeran give us a EDM kind of dance style. Marshmello, A7S, Top Pick, Breaking Me, that type of style, a very clean cut vocal, really trying to go for a vibe. But I'm interested. Let's keep going.
I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight had something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights and alone conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring.
Yeah, so I was right on this being an EDM disco style song. Wow. Okay. I don't know if I should tackle his voice first or the instrumental. Let's keep going. We'll talk about it later.
Space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after 2.
I love how the guitar is still portraying in the background while we have this beat going on.
It's true, my bad habits lead to you. I only know how to go too far. My bad habits lead to late nights.
Oh, this instrumental is nasty.
My bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring.
Yeah, bring in that guitar.
And I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape.
Lot of space here. Pum 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 pum. We're getting the instrumental widening out, and his voice, if you hear, we have about maybe 3 voices in the background. We have a harmony, a lot of space.
Burn till the fun run out.
Wow.
Now my bad habits lead to late nights and in alone conversations with a stranger I barely know.
Yeah, now we're making his voice more raw, more silent, more alone, and we take out the instruments, so we got a really nice
Swearing
contrast.
this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out.
Okay, wow, this is so nice. Such a vibe, such a summer song. And this is so different for Ed Sheeran. I mean, this is exactly what we needed at this time. Let's go ahead and go into FL Studio and see what we can do with this. I love this. What I've done is I've added this plugin that makes it sound more like a guitar. So this is without the plugin. This is with that plugin. And then I've added a little bit of EQ just to make it sound a little more airy. Please excuse the background noise if you hear any. My neighbors are using a leaf blower. So what I'm hearing, guys, I'm hearing a secondary guitar going bum 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 bum. Let's try to hear that. Hear it? Another thing I'm hearing is just a very slight synth. Bra, 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 bra.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no.
Right, let's try to replicate those. Let's try to do that. Hey, sir! 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 Stop doing the fuck! Stop it! Stop it! Sir! He couldn't hear me. I tried. Okay. Along with the bass.
I had something wonderful. Late night sitting alone.
Here we have a kick. Kick and bass. That's it.
Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably now I can't escape. Nothing happens
Some hats, a snare, and we bring back the guitar melodies.
after two. It's true, my bad habits lead to you.
And I think that's as far as the instrumental goes, guys. That's kind of the little breakdown, kind of what instruments we have, what makes it sound the way it does. Let me remind you guys, we're doing no mastering here. So if it sounds raw and unedited and it sounds like it doesn't really match the original too well.
So I stare into space, and I know
Right. Remember that all I'm doing is I'm showing you guys the fundamental instruments that are upon this track. Producers of the original have spent countless of hours making it sound full, beautiful, and everything else. As far as the vocals, let's take a listen to the way the vocals were mixed here.
every time you come around, you know I can't say no.
So whenever you do pitch correction on a vocal, which by the way, pretty much every single artist on an official song on the radio has some pitch correction, even if you say they don't. And his, because this is an EDM style song, his pitch correction is very rough. The variation, which makes it, for example, that the lose control, that change, it's a little more sudden. That's why if you listen to the vocal, you can kind of hear every tone change a little bit rougher, a little bit robotic, if you will. And it gives it a very sophisticated, tight sound, which most EDM songs, you hear very tight vocals. Let's kind of hear the vocal.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. You see what I'm saying? Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. So it's tighter. Let's try to show you guys what I mean.
I can feel the paradise before my world ends.
I I can feel the paradise before my woman.
My bad habits lead to late night.
My bad habits lead to late nights. So okay guys, so I've done a couple takes really quickly. I think it took me about 6 minutes to record these. Let me show you what it sounds like with them raw. Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. Right? Now let's add some effects on them, process them just a little bit, and see what we got going on. Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Right? Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. Right? I can feel the paradise before my woman. Oh. And tonight has something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights. Right, theoretically. So now let's go ahead and apply what I told you guys about. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so right here is where we would pitch correct our vocals. So for example, let's take a listen. Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. If that is just a regular vocal, which is the raw vocal, we have a couple of things on the right. Now, if you wanted to correct the pitch, we would do some really crazy stuff. We would go in here and we would single-handedly move this to make it sound perfect. Pitch correction in itself takes 2-3 hours. What we're talking about here is the variation, which is the knob right here. And what it's gonna do is, if you guys take a look at this, so if we up the variation, we do this. Every time you come around. It sounds sloppy and regular, but what it is on the song, and with most EDM songs, we decrease the variation. That way, it is very, every time you come around, you know I can't say no. See what I'm saying? Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. Every time you come around.
Every time you come around.
See what I'm saying? Every time you come around. It's almost robotic. If we take what we just did and we apply the same effects to it. Every time the sun goes down. Hear it? Every time the sun goes down. If we go to Ed Sheeran and we listen to his.
No. Every time the sun goes down.
Every time the sun goes down, just like every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my woman. Oh. Right? And tonight has something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights sitting alone, etc. And that is with just a little bit of vocal processing. In the real version, we have a beat maker or a producer, sometimes the same. We have a sound engineer that works on the vocals to make them perfect. On top of this, if we were to fully mix these vocals, we would spend a couple hours just pitch correcting. After that, we would deal with the breaths, hide the breaths, add some fake breaths in. Then we would start actually working on the vocal. Most of the time, these vocals have about 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 plugins, effects working on them at all times to make him sound as tight and perfect and radio quality to fit right into the mix. After you've done that, you need to mix and master the whole song, which means making it fit beautifully. My point is, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just showing you guys the main fundamental things that make it sound the way we like it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I think I'm gonna end up covering the song because I fell in love with it just listening to it. Definitely something different from Ed Sheeran. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you. Sleep till late night.